Dr. Victor Okhai is a political analyst and he joins me now to dissect the situation played out in Kogi State. Good to have you tonight. Doctor, disparaging remarks from some quarters, including Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, about what is being likened to cheap political moves by the Udodo's administration in attempting to stop Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan from visiting home and failing. And then there is the question of her visiting home in her capacity as a senator when she is on suspension. She says she broke no rules. Please break it down for us. What is your interpretation of what is playing out in Kogi State?
Okay, so what you see is a desperate move by not just the Senate, but the government as well, to embarrass a person that is obviously a very popular choice of her people. The truth is, her people have voted, and she's representing them at the Senate. And it doesn't matter what, I mean, it just seems like a matter of an ordinary seat. And I also do not understand why, on account of seating arrangement, you should deprive the thousands of people who voted for her representation, you know, at the very highest level of lawmaking in the country. But what appears to be playing out is a desperate attempt to silence what is becoming a very popular voice in the person of Senator Natasha in the Senate. But as much as they are doing what they're doing, the people are also rising and resisting. And you can see what obviously happened when they attempted the recall, which was obviously not the choice of the people or a popular one. They were being deceived to go out there and begin to fill forms and papers, you know, to say that, you know, they didn't realize it. It was like an empowerment thing because of the Ramadan and all that. They deceived them. When the people realized it, of course they resisted it. So, and you can see the desperation as well playing out in the case of, you know, banning rallies and trying to block the roads, and like what happened during her election. What is clear is that the powers that be are afraid of this rising star and of her popularity among her people.
Let's talk about the crowd that welcomed her to Okehi. I mean, did you also wonder, like she did, whether they were the same people who signed the petition requesting her recall from the Senate? Was it a rented crowd, as some are alleging? Does it mean anything in the larger scheme of things that folks turned up for her in this manner? I'm afraid for the people well, not really for the people, for the peace and security situation in Kogi, because obviously from the crowd that you saw, you can see how very popular she is. This could not have been a rented crowd. She wasn't even on ground, but even if she was, this could not have been a rented crowd. You can see, you know, the genuine love in the faces of the people that came to welcome her. And that crowd, you would have to be extremely wealthy to be able to bring all of those people out there in support of, let me use the word, a woman. You know, she is clearly loved and respected and supported by her people. And that is what that crowd is saying. To say that the picture is worth more than 1,000 words. And the video you saw there certainly is worth more than what you can say simply with words. And that, for me, just says it all. You know, when she came, she was embraced by her people. They were all chanting her praises in unison. Otherwise, we would have seen dissenting voices. And I doubt that any would have attempted it, because clearly the crowd was with her. And any other dissenting voice would probably have been mobbed or lynched. Not that it's a good thing, but clearly they do love her, and nobody would have dared in that crowd say anything against her. Let's talk about the police and the statement that they released.
they are being used as a tool. That's what Huriwa is alleging for political ends in the advisory about stopping the rally. What do you think about this allegation against the police that they are being used as a tool in Kogi State? How concerning is it for you?
It's a shame, really, because there's no neutrality anymore. The police, like the judiciary, should be, a bastion of hope for the common man. When two people are raped, they go to the police and they end up in the courts. But when you go and then you discover that the person that you're supposed to go to for hope and succor is indeed an agent of your enemy or adversary, it then forces people to begin to take the laws into their hands. The police, they had no business in this matter, because how could they have said that there was going to, why would they say that there was going to be, uprising or whatever? But obviously, as we can see, that was obviously a lie, because she came, it was peaceful, the people welcomed her, there was no form of dissension or rally or of riots or anything of the sort. We put a lie to what the police were saying. Obviously, what they're doing is just, dancing to the tune of their masters. In this case, the state government and perhaps the federal powers, who have been trying to silence her.
In the interest of time, quickly, how do you see this matter ending? Any possible political solution minus what is being described as Ododo's efforts to resolve this knot?
I think that the Senate has done enough, and it is clear that their actions are unpopular. If the distinguished senator didn't have the support of her people, or an overwhelming support of her people, the recall process and all that has happened and all the humiliation would have succeeded. But so my last statement would be that those in authority, both at the Senate and the federal government, should find a way to resolve this matter privately and peacefully. Otherwise, we may know the beginning of a thing, but we can never predict the end. And what I want to say is that what will start like a Natasha Akpoti matter may end up becoming something that is completely out of the control of both the state and federal government, including the Senate. And she may not go down alone if they attempt to bring her down. Many more heads will roll along with her. And it will not be people on her side, it will be people on the other side.
All right, Dr. Okhai, thank you for the insights you've provided.
Thank you for having me.